Yes, everyone. Today we're here with two special guests. We've been meaning to get this business stuff started for a very long time, but we're joined with Jirrove and Aman. So, how you guys doing?
All good. How are you?
Good. How are
all
you guys?
good, all
Good,
good.
brother. I'm all good.
All good.
Um,
Deja vu, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, look, gone through it already, but tell us a bit about yourself, your journey from growing up to where you are now
Amazing.
with your
So,
business.
my name's Jirrove, the only Jirrove in the world. Google it. And I have gone from homeless to making 64K a month in a year. And that's what I tell people, but obviously there's a lot more behind it. I grew up in a town called Halifax. I moved there when I was 3 from the Philippines. Didn't grow up with any money whatsoever. I was always just broke growing up. And also when I moved to London for university, that's when I was exposed to abundance. And that's where I learned so many things about myself, and I had no choice but to make money. So whilst I was at uni, I got my first job working in VIP hospitality, where I would go to football stadiums, O2 Arena, concerts and stuff like that. And I would always, serve very wealthy individuals and celebrities and so on and so forth. And I always told myself, one day I'm going to come back to these events and be a guest. So yeah, that's one thing that really drove me to do well. And I started off running a Facebook ads marketing agency in 2021, scaled that, made a lot of money, and then got distracted, lost it all, went homeless. And then when I went down the personal branding and content route, that's where I really scaled up and hit those record months. So what I do is I help 6 to 8 figure entrepreneurs, help them scale their business through personal branding. And one philosophy that I really like to teach people is like Saint Cash. Don't focus on necessarily just going viral. Obviously put good content out there, but aim to provide value and focus on monetization, because you don't need to have thousands and millions of followers or subscribers. It's really good to focus on a specific ICP, which is your ideal client profile, where you aim to solve problems for specific people, and as a result of that, you get compensated quite handsomely. So that's what I do.
Awesome. And Aman,
Nice.
tell us a bit about what you do.
I don't think I'll have as juicy as an intro as Jirrove, but yeah, I'm a 19-year-old kid from Bradford. Grew up in Bradford, BD3. If you guys want to know the
Big up the
specifics.
Bradford, innit?
Yeah, that's where I grew up.
Wait, what was it, Bradford again? Is it that music? Is it
Bro,
music?
Bradford's like,
It's like,
on TikTok, like, you got all the, RSQ3, innit?
Yeah,
Like,
that's exactly
man,
it.
Bradford, innit?
that's me. That's literally not me. But yeah, that's what I'm growing up around. So, the standard is drugs, selling drugs,
Yeah.
renting cars, and not succeeding in life.
Yeah.
You have to perceive yourself as successful rather than being successful.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I grew up, came from money, haven't had any sort of advantage. I've always been a school kid. I'm usually most people that end up in this space are people that usually didn't do well in school, hated that life. I was the total opposite.
Yeah.
I did extremely well. I just wanted to be better in everything, basically. Now I'm in uni studying neuroscience, balancing a 6-figure sales agency, and just seeing what crazy things I can take it to.
Love it.
Quality, bro.
Love it. Love it. And obviously, with the business side and everything, we mentioned it earlier, but tell us a bit about what exactly you both do like within your business sort of thing.
So for me specifically, I scaled up my agency and focused on a quote that I really resonate with from Alex Hormozi, which is solve rich people's problems, get paid rich people's prices. I've always targeted people that already have established businesses, help them either build their existing personal brand or start one, and help them scale whatever they've got going on, whether it be a business that has already gone well and they've already made more 6, 7, 8 figures, and they just want to have that online presence to help them make more sales, start a consulting offer, and to also help them attract talent. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have the right talent in your business and the right systems, you won't be able to scale. So those are the really important parts about having a strong personal brand. And another section of people that I do help are, for example, people that aren't making 6 figures. And that's what I do through like my online consulting program, Leverage Creators. There's like two main people that I help. So people that are already making 6 to 8 figures, or people that are making below. And for those that are making below 6 figures online, I help them build the foundations, help them acquire the skill sets, and also put them in touch with the people from my network that, let's say, for example, Aman, he started off in Alpha Setters, which is a community run by Temi, a good business friend of mine, that helps people make money as an appointment setter, which is how you guys met. So the thing that is a commonality in terms of being able to succeed in the online space moving forward for the coming years is having a personal brand. And that is my expertise. And it applies to any person at any stage of their entrepreneurial journey.
Yeah, and then personal brand. I mean, how important is a personal brand nowadays?
It is the most valuable asset that a business owner or anyone that makes money online can have. Everyone has a personal brand. Even when you're applying to jobs, you have a personal brand. You get hired based on what people think of you on your resume and when they interview you. Same thing goes online. People like to buy from people they trust, because currently we're in a trust recession. People are being burnt out by other course sellers or service providers that haven't given them the results or the experience that they want. And if you have a good personal brand, it'll allow you to scale your business, not only through word of mouth, but also through content. And like I said earlier on, you don't need to go viral. As long as you are an authority within your specific field and you provide a lot of value to the marketplace through your free content, you will be able to scale whatever it is that you're trying to scale online.
Awesome. And Aman, tell us how it works with your business.
So adding on to Jirrove, he's a content specialist, personal branding specialist. So he's great at, bringing the eyes to these influencers, these online coaches. But I specialize in turning those eyes into paying customers. So I specialize in all sales processes, appointment setters, triages, closes, and systems. I basically help online coaches and influencers basically sell to their audience, be able to leverage their knowledge, leverage their craft, and bridge that gap between them and their customer basis, and be the middleman through it and consult them on it.
Awesome.
Making you guys as much money as possible.
Awesome.
Nice.
And how's business going? How's it going right now? Like, are you smashing it? What's going on? Like, what's the how much we make in a month sort of thing? Or go on.
Got it. So yeah, business is great. Like for me personally, in my story, I went from homeless to making 64K in a month within 1 year. And I would say when it comes to the direction I'm going in now, I have gone down the direction of now scaling up my own consulting offer, because I've done it for other 6, 7, 8 figure entrepreneurs. And now it's time for me to also do it for myself. I still run my agency to this day, currently working with one of my clients that we're aiming to scale to $1 million a month over the next 12 to 18 months. And other than that, I'm trying to be as consistent as I can moving forward with my content, because if you look at my Instagram or YouTube, I have less than 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, yet I've still been able to close multiple 6 figures from it, all because I put out intentional content and I've built a personal brand around focusing on helping people monetize what they're doing and also building that strong personal brand. I've said it so many times.
Yeah, so it's like
Personal brand, but
It was like, yeah.
that's literally what I do.
So
and
with
doing
the
it scale.
YouTube, obviously you post
Yeah.
on YouTube, but you specifically really focus on like them sort of people, right? You don't care about the followers, the views.
Not necessarily. Like, obviously, one of my goals over the coming years is to become mainstream. Actually, that's one of my
Okay.
goals. But for now, just trying to maximize as much in the personal branding space
Yeah,
is my main focus.
yeah, awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. And how's business going, man?
Not going too bad. So I'm doing like 20 to 30K a month right now.
Yeah,
Basically, the last 6 weeks, I've just been focusing on fulfillment. So a lot of my client acquisition has been through having such a strong fulfillment and getting referrals. So hoping, after this next month, I'm going all in on client acquisition, going to be running different types of ads, funnels, outbound strategies, and being able to scale up to that, 50, 60, 70K a month mark.
yeah,
And hopefully even further after that.
smashing it. Awesome,
Yeah, you
awesome.
boys
And,
are smashing it, man.
I appreciate that.
how? I mean, look, I've. It feels like we're just
I
repeating.
know,
stuff,
But for you that don't know, we
obviously-
got halfway through the pod and had a bit of technical issues. So
But yeah, so it's Yeah. So obviously with your business and stuff, obviously you invested in yourself before. How important has that been to your success right now?
100%. So I've spent close to 6 figures on mentorships, masterminds, in-person events, because I truly believe that you need to invest in yourself. Like that's the best investment you can make.
Mm.
And I have saved myself years and thousands of dollars in the making because I've learned from people who are in positions that I aspire to be in certain fields, because I like to invest into certain people, like for example, who just specialize in content or just specialize in monetization or just specialize in systems. And I take the parts that I resonate with and want to implement and do my own thing and be original. So if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have also built an extensive network that's helped me a lot in business. And the funny thing is, I pretty much scale through word of mouth.
Mm.
I don't even put that much content. I haven't even really provided that much value to my audience, I'll be completely honest. But I know that from the personal brand that I built, I've still been able to build
Yeah.
some niche authority.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like, I mean, when I was speaking to you yesterday, obviously you're working with guys building their brand sort of thing. Even though you haven't posted much, just because of your reputation, the way you get these clients, which is good. You know what I mean? And like I look at it, and people probably look at it as well. And like you've only got what? I mean, it's still quite a lot, 20K, 25K on Instagram. But like you see other guys, and I mean, even me, like sometimes I feel like I've got like 200K, I should be doing more. You know what I mean? But it's like there's pieces of the pie that I feel like I'm missing. But then them pieces of the pie, and that's why you can implement what you can implement, right? And
100%.
you've got the reputation as well. You've worked with a few. What was the guy's name again? You say?
I've worked with Serge Guattari. He was
Yeah.
my first client.
Okay.
When we started working together, he was at 50K a month, less than 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
End of the year, got to 600K a month with 7K on Instagram.
Mm.
And that just goes to show you have to choose what game you want to play. Do you want to play the vanity metrics game, which is get a ton of views, go viral? Or do you want to play the game of just collecting cash? You can do both. And that's what I'm implementing with my clients, like a good balance of what game you want to play.
Yeah. And we said it earlier. I was like, I mean, the reason why I started my socials was purely I just enjoyed making content and putting stuff out there, and that's how I got the views.
Yeah, 100%.
That's how I blew up.
When you started, you was never like, oh, I want to do it for
Do
the
you
money.
remember
Like,
when
bro.
actually?
We was, I remember
when
the
I
FA
first-
Youth Cup game, right? We played FA Youth Cup, and he scored this insane free kick on our first, like literally like preliminary round or however you say
I
it,
don't know.
and it just went viral.
It
When
wasn't
like,
a free
and
kick. It was
it-
come out of the box, touchdown, top right.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah, you need to show me
the
that
free
clip.
kick was the other guy. But yeah, anyway, and it just went, and he was only on like what 2-3K followers on Insta at the time.
Yeah.
And then it was like the next day he woke up, he was on 10K. Like I think a couple people were reposting it. Like it just went a bit everywhere.
Yeah.
And then he
Rising
just thought
Ball,
like, I'm gonna build on it. I'm gonna build on it. And then just, but
Yeah,
you
it was
never,
more-
it
it
was
was
never
more-
was like, oh, I'm gonna do it for them. Like you just enjoyed doing it anyway.
Yeah, it was more. I mean, the TikTok's where I first started.
Yeah.
It was very much like, you know, you get the buzz off the views. I just had that.
It was just
buzz,
pure football at the
Yeah, it was
start,
all
wasn't it?
f-
Your
it was all
TikTok.
football.
His TikTok was pure football at the
Yeah.
start.
But I think it was just that buzz. I said yesterday actually. The reason why I don't know I kept going was obviously I enjoyed doing it. The views was good, and I don't know. It was just more just enjoyment, really.
Yeah,
how
because
I
you were
started.
still only like, you started it when we was like, what, 16, 17. So it wasn't like you were sitting there looking at your life going, I need to start making thousands and thousands and like having that pressure on you. It was just like a thing that you was doing just because you enjoyed it while playing football.
Yeah,
It was like a no-brainer.
yeah,
But then
And-
now it's like, it's put you in a position to like be looking to do this full time.
yeah. And with obviously your business, what was it like making that first 10K? What was like hitting that milestone?
The funny thing is, for me, I didn't even realize it because it was like 1 month I did like 5-6K, and at this point I was doing appointment setting, I was doing creative directing, editing, and stuff like that for the clients that I worked with. And then the next month I accidentally hit 15K, so from like 6 to 15, and
Had you accidentally
yeah,
hit
yeah,
it?
I was just so locked in and just
Yeah.
like
Just
through
work.
word of mouth, just people came in.
Yeah.
And, it felt amazing, and it was great, very, very fulfilling, because
Yeah.
it was a time where I was on vacation in the Philippines, and this is the last time I saw my grandma alive in 2022, and I was able to enjoy the fruits of my labor with my family and her, So I'm very grateful that I managed to hit that milestone before she died.
Yeah, that's brilliant, bro.
Awesome. And
bet
yourself,
that's a-
man, what was it like hitting
Mhm.
that first 10K?
Yeah, so like with the business specifically, because I don't know how much I did when I was doing like dabbling in a lot of things when I was younger. Like when I used to resell graphics cards, I think I don't know how much I
Yeah.
generated, but a few K as a kid was helpful, for example. But
Yeah.
when I hit the first 10K as a business owner, it felt as if all the hard work I've put in for the past year, building on my skills, making no money,
Mm.
I was all led up to that moment. It doesn't feel
Mm.
like that month is what made 10K. It feels like the last 12 months is what made that 10K.
Yeah.
And I think it was the ability to just, I think that's when I had my first taste of freedom. Where I can just
Yeah.
go to any dinner I want, order
Yeah,
food,
yeah, I know
eat
what you
food
mean.
when I want. I can get any gym membership I want. I don't have to look, I still have to look at price tags, but, you know, I don't need
Yeah.
to question little things.
Yeah.
And I think as soon as I had that feeling, I realized like I just want more. I want to see
Yeah.
how far I can take this and genuinely just push that next stage, because it feels like such a little amount. Like my first 10K, I spent all of it. And I didn't even
Yeah.
realize. I
Did you?
spent,
Yeah.
I spent like 2.5K on a camera. I went to buy. And it was like, not like, it wasn't like, oh, I've made the money, let me spend it. Because
Yeah.
like all of those are like leverageable things that
I mean,
I
that
like,
sounds like most of it, to be fair. I went to buy, spent
yeah, and it was
2.5
like
K on a
gone. I was
cake.
like, so at a certain point, then I just realized like, damn, like this whole time everyone's been thinking 10K a month a lot. I can't do anything with 10K a month.
Mm.
I can't retire anyone. I can't
Yeah.
Yeah.
live exactly where I want. I
Yeah.
can't do stuff with no stress.
Yeah.
But it was a glimpse of what you can
Yeah.
do,
It's a glimpse. It's that first milestone.
and it's
Yeah.
the one that just told me like, I don't want to go back to 10K a month.
Mm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
No, going down's the worst. But how did you go from 10 to 30? Let's say, and 30 to 60. From
Yeah.
your, what
Yeah.
would you say
So
yours
that's
is?
it. Zero to 10 is always the hardest.
Mm.
But the way my mentor described it is you can just charge through to your first 10K. Anyone can make 10K a month if they just put all their work in. He literally asked me, he was like, how badly do you want this 10K? I was like, what body part would you give up for this first 10K a month? And I was like I'd chop off a little bit of my toe. He goes, okay. He goes, get your phone out, chop off a bit of your toe and post it on TikTok. I guarantee you'll make 10K off the views. And it's like, how badly do you guys actually want to do something for you to get that? Because he goes, you said you're willing to do that, now put in the work. And like, he showed me that you can forcibly make your way through. And I think after 10 to 30 is when you realize systems, investments, and outsourcing is what's going to push you to that level.
Yeah.
What high leverage task can you be doing that can make you work less and make more?
Mm.
Because a lot of people have this fallacy that hard work gets you far in life, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
I know plenty of people that
Work
work
smarter.
harder than me, sleep less than me, grinding every day, but I'll make more money than them because at the end of the day, I'm smarter than them,
Yeah.
doing
Work
smarter
smarter,
things.
not harder. Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
have to take that step and stop having this, negative feeling towards this. It's basically procrastination at this point.
Yeah.
Mm.
People do a lot and it makes them feel fulfilled inside, but it doesn't
It
lead to
doesn't do
anything. It's like
yeah,
I
I've
s-
noticed that. In the
I used to
past
go
4
gym a
months.
lot. Like I used to go gym 3 hours a day, and like just spending my time there. But it just made me feel fulfilled. But it wasn't actually doing any sort of benefit.
You were going, like, you were putting in the hours, but you
Yeah.
weren't getting much out of it.
Exactly, false
better
sense of
off, yeah.
fulfillment.
It's like I mean, I've noticed it a lot in the last 4 months doing what I've been doing online and everything. Like just working smarter, having the right people around you, having like your bubble, your circle is
Mhm.
so important. Just like
100%.
we mentioned it earlier, my last 2 weeks, Miami, I'm meeting you guys, right? I don't know if we mentioned earlier, but I only met these guys yesterday.
Yeah. I met them about an hour ago.
But yeah, like just just meeting you guys, obviously Miami and stuff, like just my knowledge just gone up, and I've learned that half the battle is not even working harder; it's just working smart,
Mm.
right? And you can save so much time and effort, and yeah, just scale. I mean, you guys probably know best, but how'd you go from 30 to 60? So
Yeah. So it was referrals,
Mm.
systems, and hiring the right people. Because in business, you don't want to be the person that's doing every single thing. Because if I was having to do all the editing, all the outreach, all the sales calls, all the fulfillment, it's just physically impossible. There's only a finite amount of hours we have in a day,
yeah,
which is why my brand now is called Leverage Creators, and I created that because
Mm.
leverage is the most. It's the eighth wonder of the world, as Naval Ravikant said, who is like one of the most successful entrepreneurs ever. He's just a huge investor,
yeah,
and I learned a lot from just the free content he puts out. And you want to be able to make sure that for the amount of time that you spend, you want to maximize the amount of output. So, for example, let's say if I spend 30 minutes to an hour scripting a video and then shooting it for like 30 minutes and then I hand it off to my content team, that can make me multiple six figures, right? As long as I do it the right way and I've implemented the right strategies, I've structured it nicely, etc., etc. And not many people can say that they can put an hour and a half of their own time into something that can generate them six figures, right? And that's why if you, for example, like even for yourself, you've got like what 200k followers on Instagram. When you inevitably, both of you, get into the business space like online, you will start to find out yourself like, okay, what are the activities that I can do where I put in this much time, but I get way more back out of it. So to summarize, in order to scale, because I know for a fact by the end of the year, I would have hit a month where I've done six figures in a single month.
Yeah.
It all comes down to hiring the right team, because if you really want to scale your business, you need to have the right people around you, systems, and the number one most important thing is content.
Yeah.
Because your content is going to help you build that personal brand. It's helped me attract, high level individuals that want to work with me. And that wouldn't have happened if I didn't, focus on providing a good service and putting the right content out there, which I'm about to do so now. Because even up to this point, I haven't provided as much value as I want to. But now that I'm going to document every single step of the way of me getting to six figures a month by the end of the year, people can look at what I've done and replicate it in their own way, in their own field, in their own industry.
And they can't say that you faked it.
Can't say. I've literally filmed myself even when I had nothing and I was homeless.
I want to see these videos actually.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Like
This guy has so many videos he hasn't posted. It's crazy.
We were going through
Really?
it yesterday.
Yeah,
what do you do with it? Like, do you put them on like a little SD card?
Yeah,
SSD?
they're all on my hard drives and stuff.
Yeah.
I've personally gone through a lot of personal issues the past year.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as business problems, only personal problems that manifest through the business. I've been quite stagnant, to be honest, in terms of not putting content out. But I showed him a few snippets of my content yesterday that I've been documenting the past year. Like, for example, when I went to New York, I went to WAP, which is the company that Iman Gaji recently just bought. I got invited and flew out by them in October. I haven't posted that, right? But I'm about to. And there's just a bunch of things that I've done. I'm glad I've filmed it, but I just haven't distributed it. And that's a good example of, you can have the best service, you can have the best product, but if you're not distributing it, no one's going to find out about you.
Exactly.
So that's why, like, I'm just going to do it.
Yeah, you just got to send it. Literally.
Full send.
Half of that's one thing I realized as well. The past 5 months, just meeting you guys and stuff like that, is you got to take risks. Generally, you've got to take risks. I mean, just investing in a mentor, like at the beginning, I'll be totally honest, like before I invested in myself, I literally had no money as well. Obviously, I don't want to make it about me, it's about you guys, but similar to where you guys were, I had to ask my mum for the extra 100 quid just so I can put towards the mentorship. I didn't even pay fully, I was paying monthly. And obviously then made it back within less than 24 hours. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, cool. We're good now. So then I was like, all right, it actually works. And then obviously now I got a man, we're working together, and he's killing it.
You're in great hands.
Yeah, yeah. So man, tell us a bit about, going from that 10 to 30 for yourself, would you say?
Yeah, so I think from the 10 to 30, of course, I said earlier, it's just outsourcing in the correct systems. I think it's also the limiting belief. I think limiting beliefs is what causes a lot of people to remain stagnant and not grow. Like, I think one big is, like, I studied neuroscience. So one thing I'm always big on is learning how people's psychological, traumas and things that have developed them in a way actually limit them in their future. So I think me having that set limitation that I never could have a limit to myself, it's actually the opposite of having a limitation, that I have no roof, allowed me to just go to 10 to 30 to 20 to eventually 50, 100 quite easily, because I know I can reach that.
Yeah.
I think for me, just understanding that I know I can get there is just figuring out the right actionable steps to do it. And everyone can do everything if they just figure out where they want to be, split up into actionable steps, and do those steps every single day. If you do that with the correct data in place, it's practically impossible to fail.
Yeah.
Data doesn't lie, and if you've got the data to hit 10K, 3x everything.
And knowledge. And knowledge.
Exactly.
I feel like that's half my battle anyway. Just knowing,
Well,
just get the knowledge.
You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of, I've gone mind blank here, but yeah, I mean, with the business side, what's your like future goal? Let's say it's a new one. What's the goal for the future? What's like,
Yeah.
what would you say? I mean, it's
That's
quite a broad subject actually,
Mhm.
but where do you want to get to?
Yep. So I want to be able to get to the end of my life on my deathbed and look back at my life and be like, whoa, this guy lived a full life, you know?
Yeah,
That's why I'm documenting everything. And some of my lifelong missions is to have impact in my home country, Philippines. There's a lot of inequality there. There's a lot of poverty, but there's a very concentrated amount of really wealthy people there. Like the past couple years, I've been going home to the Philippines and spending months there to live there, to basically experience what it was like to make up for the lost time that I didn't grow up there. I actually started living in the Philippines when my grandma died in 2023. I promised myself, I want to make my family proud. And when I started living there, I was like, whoa, like I was staying in the nice parts, but when you would go, let's say 15, 20 minutes out to a different part,
Yeah.
complete poverty. So one of my goals, be able to build infrastructures in my home country
Awesome.
and provide loads of opportunities. The funny thing is a lot of people in the online space hire virtual assistants from the Philippines, which is great. I love to see that. But yeah, I definitely want to be able to be mainstream as well in the Philippines. And the reason for that is because I want to, make the country better. I know it's a huge goal.
Yeah.
And it's good that I'm aiming for that, because even if I only achieve 20-30% of that, then at least I've done something.
Yeah.
And in terms of business overall, right now, I just want to be known as the personal branding expert and someone that's just a vibe. Because when I meet people, it's like, whoa, like you're just like how you are when I watched your stuff online.
Yeah. I mean,
And
when
I want to
first-
remain authentic.
Yeah, when I first bumped into you yesterday, I was like, yeah, this guy means business. He had the shirt on. It was good. It's
No, I
good. I
appreciate
mean,
that.
the way you carry yourself as well was great.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is 100%. I mean, I only met you an hour ago. You come in, you carry yourself excellently, like you're bubbly, and even though the little things, but they're important. You know what I mean? Just little conversation starters. You guys are present yourself well, and even though you might not look at that as something but I think is key. Like, I mean, you might have just had that all throughout growing up. You know what I mean? But some
It's a
people,
business thing, yeah.
some people, it's a business thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. As you've probably grown your business, you probably got better at like presenting how you are. But a lot of people don't have that. Like a lot of people that are probably watching this, like I think would look at you guys and be like, how did I get to that bit? You know what I mean? That's personal side. Because obviously it's good. What you were just saying about the business is unbelievable. But that personal side, do you think that comes first so you can push on through into the business? Like, you know what we said earlier about the inner.
Yeah. I think 100%. Like, for example, when I started off as an appointment setter. So I was like the bottom of the barrel of sales, you know, as an appointment setter. But like, I had literally no results, no anything. And one of my first big opportunities was, he's actually interviewed me. And the reason I got it is because I'm just really good with interviews. If someone asks me like an interview-like question, like I know how to answer it in a way that they want me.
Yeah.
I think it's the way I carry myself that everyone's always said this, that I can answer a question correctly. And even when I'm at the bottom, they'd want to work with me and take that leverage. So I was getting big opportunities as a guy with literally barely any results, any leverage, just because they'd seen that vision that I could actually pursue the good results.
Yeah.
And then when I started working with him, I was kind of we was in a little bit of a bubble. We were I was booking 15 to 20, 25 calls a day.
Yeah.
And to me, I thought that was normal.
Yeah.
And if anyone else had that in the space, like, that is crazy work. Literally no content, no ads, no
Yeah.
anything. And I think it's just because the way I carried myself and the way I take on things is what allowed me to literally be the first step to taking the results. But I always say you can do both at the same time. You can do one first, but you cannot succeed without both together.
Yeah. And for anyone who's obviously looking to start a business in the setting or social media, what's your bit of advice would you give them? Where should they start?
Yeah, 100%. 100% sales and content. Reason for that is because sales rules the world. Everything when it comes to the equipment around here, or even just living in general, you need money, right? And everything is a transaction. So definitely sales, because sales is the path to the free man, and content because it's leverage. This conversation that we're having right now, there's 7 of us in the room. If we only kept it to this room, only 7 people would have been impacted by it. But since this is going to be online, it has the potential to reach thousands and millions of people from one conversation. So those are the 2 things that I would really recommend. And to kind of add on to the question you asked, Aman, just before this, your internal state is your external reality. Everything starts from within. I've learned this from my mentors, and also I don't know if you guys know who Nero Knowledge is, and another mentor of mine who's not as big. He works with 7-8 figure entrepreneurs. He's called Ibrahim Turner. Really great guys, and it's so true. There's no such thing as business problems, only personal problems that manifest through the business. And I've always carried myself in a way in which I knew that I was gonna end up doing well and provide value to people. Even when I was broke, if you had met me when I was 19, I'm still the same person. Yeah, I'm a little bit more confident now because I've actually.
How old are you now?
I just turned 25.
Oh, you're 25?
Yeah.
Oh, so
I'm an
so
unc.
6 years between you 2, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Jirrove's an uncle.
I'm an uncle.
Yeah, you are 25. I would
How old are you
have
guys,
said you
19?
that. Yeah, I'm 19. I would have said you like 19, 20.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Fair
got
play, bro.
still look young. It's good.
Yeah.
It's the Asian genes, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I would say the number one thing that people need to do is to first work on their inner self and visualize their goals and focus on the inputs. That's what I would say if you were starting out. Because you could, let's face it, everyone knows that, okay, if you want to learn how to make money online, you watch the people that are in a position you want to be in, watch their videos, invest into their mentorship, cool. You can learn the skills and the strategies. But if your mental state isn't in a good, position, you can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you're not going to execute, you're not going to execute.
Yeah.
And that leads on to my next question with, you say mentors, right?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of fake people out there.
Yeah.
How would you spot someone who's faking it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How would you guys do that?
Yeah. Do you want to answer that?
Yeah, I think so. I've worked with guys, some guys who have 800,000 followers and some guys who have 10K. The guys at 10K making 5-10 times, the guys with 800K followers.
Really, yeah?
It's basically based off, first of all, word of mouth is really important. If this person has worked with other people, you can get that experience from them. Second is results. Results don't lie. I always say data is the one thing that is always 100% if it's accurate. So if someone has results, they aren't lying. Word of mouth and results, if you combine the both, there's no way a person could be doing you wrong. And I think intuition is really key because my big thing with mentorship as well is you don't want to work with someone who's 20 steps ahead of you. So this guy flashing Lambos, this guy doing this, that's not the guy you want to work with. You want to work with someone who's a few steps ahead of you who you can reach, because someone who's a few steps ahead of you can tell you exactly what you need to do to get to that next position.
Yeah.
Like my next mentor, I could get a guy who's making $1 million a month, but that's not my next step. My next step is 50 to 100. So it's finding the person that can get me to there. So if someone's just selling a dream to you, that's not even your next steps.
Yeah.
It's not someone you really need to work with.
Yeah,
So if you combine your intuition with word of mouth of what people know about them, what they say when they're not in the room, and results, are the 3 things that will guarantee if someone's actually worth working with or not.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. I've never heard that one. That's
Yeah,
good. though.
neither, bro. That's good. Like, it's obvious now you've said it, but it's like, I've never heard like that, because a lot of people do. They just look at the guys with the Lambos and the millions and millions a month, and they're like, oh, I need to get to that. But it's like the first step, and then the second step, and then the third.
Yeah, and you said word of mouth as well. Like, that's obviously why I'm working with you now. But, like, purely word of mouth. That's probably the most powerful thing, right? And you both probably got loads of deals from it. But yeah, obviously, if you have a good product and you get results, then you can scale, right? You've got that backup, and you've got proof as well. At the end of the day, you need proof.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I say fulfillment's the best form of client acquisition.
Yeah.
100%.
If you have good fulfillment, there'll be no one stopping you from working with you.
100%. So Jirrove,
Yep.
if you lost it all right now, everything, lost it all completely, you woke up
Your
tomorrow and it was
contacts.
gone, contacts, money, every single thing, where would you start?
So start cleaning kitchens and toilets, take out the trash again. But on a real though, I would say I would get into sales, and because I actually wish I got into sales a lot sooner.
Okay.
Because naturally I'm a person that's good at speaking with people. I've got that charisma, and you don't need to have that in order to do well in sales. You can be an introvert and do very well, because since you speak less, you actually have more power in your words sometimes, and you ask the right questions, and that's how you do well in sales. And also mastering content creation, and I wish that I stayed more consistent with content, because if I had put out the content that I have had over the past couple of years and actually stayed consistent with it, I'd be in a much different position. But everything happens for a reason, and I'm about to do it now and document it to prove to you guys that, hey, look, if you master these two skills, which is being able to not just sell yourself, but sell a good product or service, and also distribute the content in the right way, you will be able to scale. And you need to drop the ego, first of all, in terms of, oh, the only way I can make money online is to have a business. No, you don't need to. Just like Aman, he started off as an appointment setter, and now he's able to run a sales agency pretty much at this point. And I mentioned this at the beginning of the podcast, but I love the fact that Alex Hormozy, he says, solve rich people's problems, get paid rich people's prices. That's what I've always done. I've always tried to target people that have an established business, because that means that they're already doing something right. And I want to act as the catalyst. I want to add fuel to the fire, not necessarily take someone from complete scratch to 100. Because when something's already working and you just add value to it, whether it be you being in this sales department for their business, or you helping them out with content, and they already have something that's good, you're just amplifying what they're doing anyway, and you're going to see results a lot more faster. And I would say that's the most leveraged way to go about starting from scratch. Just work for someone that's already doing well and really master the skill set of sales and content.
Yeah. And for yourself, man, what would you say?
I'd say one thing, if this is taking me out of the picture, speaking about other people that are probably in the position where they want to, if they have nothing, want to go up, is there's a huge limiting mindset that a lot of people believe that their monetary vehicle, the thing that needs to make them money, is something that either need to be born with or passionate about. Your passion, a skill you're never born with a skill. You're only born with a few, you're only born with fears, the fear of heights and the fear of loud noises. Everything else is something you learn based on environmental facilities. So when people have that limited mindset that they need to make money off something they're passionate about or learn from, it's also stopping them from going to something that's going to make them that next step. For me, my end goal, as I said before, is that I want to go into, medical nanotechnology. I want to try make big changes to the world, I want to look into curing cancer. I want to look into preventing heart attacks, different types of things that actually make a big, huge change to the world. I like passion projects of when I want to basically open free therapy clinics for low-income areas, because it's difficult for people, basic people of neurodivergence or people that have different traumas, to get the attention they need without being on 1-2 year long wait lists.
Yeah.
But I could not pursue any of those passions, this project I want to go to, without having any type of financial qualification. I need some sort of money to bring me up there. So figure out what skill set people need, people can leverage, and they will pay you for that. Whether it's sales, content, anything, people will pay you for what you know, and knowledge is free. I was big on getting mentors, etc.
Yeah.
But someone's in a position where you want to be, find that person and just learn their knowledge. Their knowledge is everything you need to get exactly where they are. Even if you need to pay them for it, even if you need to work for free, lick their shoes.
Yeah.
As soon as you get that knowledge, you're literally set for life.
It's true. It's so true,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
It's so true. Like, I'm even, like, for me, I've always had that negative mindset towards working for people, me personally.
Yeah.
But like
Same.
more and more, it's like, in a way, it's like it can accelerate.
It's like what you
You
said
know
about
what I
the ego thing. It's like you got to drop the ego.
I don't even think it's ego. I just feel like, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. It might be a little bit of, I don't know. It probably is a little bit of ego, but I've just never been, always just like doing my own thing.
Yeah.
So I have a clothing line, podcast now,
Yeah.
coaching, social media.
Yeah, but I'm
I've
like that
always-
as well. Like, I'd say I'm like that. I'm very in my own lane. Like, exactly what
yeah.
you said. Like, I have my own things that I'm set on, and I'm working on that. If someone tries to tell me different, it's like, don't want to hear it. When sometimes you should open up to listen, because there might be a different way to embrace what you're doing,
Yep.
and it could work better.
Yeah.
Don't
So it's
take
like-
advice of people
yeah.
that you wouldn't want to swap positions with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
So if
100%.
someone is where you would want to be, it's the best person to get advice
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
Exactly that. And you're starting. What was it? You're starting up?
Events, well, like house events, like raves and like festivals, things like that. Because obviously my area, like, it's massive.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everybody, like the pool of day raves and festivals and house music is one of the biggest things in Essex. Like,
Mm.
honestly, you ask any girl what their favourite thing to do, they're like, oh, go raves, go raving. And it's like, I don't enjoy it. Personally, I've never been like I'll go to a couple in the summer with all my boys, like if it's a good day out, sunny day, nothing wrong with it. But it's like I don't actually enjoy it because a lot of them like just go there, get on drugs, and everyone's like sheep, you know what I mean? But it's like when you look at it, you think, well, there's money to be made there. You're never gonna lose that side of, you know what I mean? People love partying.
An evergreen market.
Exactly. So it's like I've started an event. Well, I'm launching it literally in the next couple of weeks. We're just waiting
Nice.
and waiting for a venue. So obviously my boy, I'm doing it with two of my pals. One of them, he's 30. He already does events. He's been on like reality TV shows. He's quite big on socials, etc. And he does events, but he does like more like London R&B stuff. So it's like he wants to go into that pool of house 19, 20-year-olds because that's where that's the biggest market. So we're starting that, literally just waiting for a venue on it. But it's like, yeah, exactly.
Top.
Yeah, exactly what you said. It's like I wouldn't have maybe had that conversation with him if he wasn't in a position where I wanted to be. You know what I mean? It's like, even though he's a family friend, it's like I look at him and think, well, he smashed it in that revenue. He knows what he's doing. When if maybe I was going into this on my own or with my boy who's my age, we would hit so many walls that he's already been and done. You know what I mean? So he knows how to get around them. So hopefully it's going to do well.
Yeah, it will.
Looking forward to the events.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro, you man, come
We'll
down.
get-
You
we'll
can
get
come
invited.
down.
Invite.
Yeah, 100% guest list.
Yeah,
all-
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, you'll be
100%.
so mad. But
Yeah.
one thing I wanted to add to that is
Mm.
you're basically getting free mentorship when you work for someone
Yeah, that's what.
that's successful,
Yeah.
right? And the final thing I would add to just everyone's advice is find like-minded people. You're not going to find them in your hometown. It's very, very rare.
Mm.
I'm lucky that one of my good friends that I've been childhood friends with, we're both in the online space, right?
Yeah.
We came up together, which is great. Shout out to Josh. And other than that, all my other high school friends and even uni friends and college friends, they're all doing their own thing. I respect that. And I just didn't meet anyone that was like in the online space that we're in right now.
Mm.
Like I'm pretty sure, for example, a lot of the people that you grew up with, they're not going down and the entrepreneurship route and making
Mm.
content.
Yeah, it's
But
rare.
The beautiful thing about the age that we're in now, it's actually seen as a cool and acceptable thing to be in the online space. And if you join,
And we're the
for
first,
example-
we're the first era of it as well.
yeah, exactly. And if you join other people that are in mentorship groups or communities that are like-minded, you're just going to accelerate your growth because then you're going to connect. You're going to be able to connect with people,
Mm.
bounce off each other,
Mm.
and then just ideas come up out of thin
Yeah.
air that can, generate a lot of
Yeah.
revenue.
And I mean, yeah, as we said earlier, like my personal brand, I never would have met Aman, I never would have met Jirrove.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? It's
Mm.
like, it's honestly, I think about it now. Obviously, I started my social media just because of fun. Like, I actually enjoyed posting videos, but now I'm like, damn, if I didn't enjoy doing it back in the, if I
Yeah.
listened to all them guys at my old school laughing at me for posting my videos.
Oh, they laughed at you.
Oh,
Jack
I
used to get
I used to get
ruined.
it bullied.
Jack used
Not
obviously,
bullied.
we're not from the same area.
I didn't
like,
get bullied, but it was like I used to. I definitely had kids chat by my back.
even boys in our own
rubbish
football
like that.
team used to say about him, like, bro, it's like he started it at that age.
Mm.
It's like everyone's in school. It's like everyone's trying to be cool, but then he's
Yep.
posting videos talking to the camera, and everyone's looking at it as like, oh, look at him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
there's a lot, like, so much hate.
I know.
And
Like-
I mean, yeah, I mean, look, it was hard. Don't get me wrong. There was some videos I would post, didn't do very well, I'd take down. Now I'm like, I couldn't give a toss.
Yeah, bro. I always,
Yeah.
I always
So
remember
real.
saying to him, like, we used to sit in change rooms and that, and he'd post saying, or he'd say like, oh, so and so said this, or like a comment like that, and I'm like, bro, just keep, like, fuck 'em. Who cares?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
keep
true.
going,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Keep going. Like, it's when you'll be the one laughing when it takes off, and it's like, look at you lot now.
kind of am,
Exactly.
in a way.
Look at you now.
They don't
Exactly.
care
yeah.
when you're successful.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
Exactly,
they-
bro. We get hates on this podcast. We get hate comments.
Really?
and shit. We have this there's a couple geezers on the
I love it though.
I don't even like
I love
mention it because he's gonna love it, right? But there's a couple geezers in our comments that go through every single clip on TikTok and put reviting. Cheers, lads.
Yeah, yeah,
Reviting.
yeah.
He
I've
go,
seen
I
that.
promise you, on about
All
probably
the-
50 out of 100 clips
Yeah.
is the same fella. It's like, have you got like, are you like so
okay.
sad, innit? But I love it. Like bring the hate.
They let anyone
Like,
start
damn.
a podcast nowadays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
loads of them. Loads of
Oh, yeah,
them.
that's the main
so
one.
many of them.
Yeah.
That's one of the main ones.
We
Oh,
need a podcast license.
yeah. Podcast. Oh,
Where's
look
the
at these
podcast
random
license?
boys. Yeah. Oh, bro, it's funny.
Oh,
man.
no, so we're gonna get some hate comments now. Let's bring it on.
Hilarious.
Oh,
I mean, that's
100%.
where you get the views. That's where
Yeah,
most
yeah.
of the views are from.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
bro. Like TikTok, it's like you got to create controversy to get views. Like if you create like controversial discussions in the comments, you just blow up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like you get like we had our mate Toby on it, right? Who was
Oh,
at
man.
Palace with Jack, yeah. And he was in a documentary where when they've done that
I
Palace
was telling you about it
documentary,
the other day.
right?
Yeah.
And Toby is confident in himself, right?
Mm.
He's very confident in himself. He's our good pal, yeah. But
Yeah.
he knows his value, and it's like when he got released, he was obviously on the documentary. He came across like arrogant and thingy, and then when he came on here, he was just talking about like how he like when he got benched, he said to the manager like he told
How
him
he
what he
got-
thought of him, and just a bit of arrogancy,
Yeah.
bro. It went so viral, just because, and people, all the comments were just ruining him. But it's
Jeez,
like,
just got released.
yeah,
You've
yeah,
seen
the
that
trend of G's just got released. Like that was all about it, bro.
Have you seen
but
that?
it's
man?
like-
Yeah, is that him?
But
Yeah,
bro, he
that's-
don't
That's
care.
our boy. That's my boy Toby.
Yeah, bro, but he don't care. It's like, bro, you know what I mean? He plays games and kids tackle him and go, geez, I just got released. And it's like,
yeah.
yeah, like, you're a fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're technically a fan.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Toby, if you're watching this, mate, start posting.
Yeah, Tobe, sort it out, mate.
Sort it out, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've
Innit?
told him so many times, and I tell everyone, I even told you,
You
post.
tell me, yeah.
I even tell Tom over there, post. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the best
Like-
leverage, to be fair. Like, if
I know,
you
I
start
should
off
be
with hate
posting, man.
and remodel that brand,
Mm.
But it's
a lot
always
of guys do it well,
yeah.
and it turns into something.
Like, bro, look, like my TikTok, right? I've probably got, look, I'll show you.
and the things you can just talk, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a
Like,
great talker. both
My
of you.
TikTok, right? I've
And your
got
accent,
one,
man.
two,
the
three.
Essex accent. Is enough. That's
I've
the
got
hook.
2, 4, I've got 6 posts on my TikTok, right? And the highest one is 30k views, 18k views, 12k, 15k. But like, it's all just literally like one of them was a day in the life. They're mainly football, but it's like he says to me, bro, just post more. But then I think like, I ain't got no
But
ideas.
you know what it is? You know what's stopping you is one is what other people think about you. I'm
Yeah.
guessing your
Yeah.
friend group,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
2 is obviously ideas, but you got like ChatGPT, you got AI. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like just
And
sometimes
it's also time as well. I don't sit there and think, oh, I'm gonna put some time. Like if I probably for like a month said like, right, I'm gonna give some more time to myself to post on TikTok now, like, and try to create. I'd probably start hitting more views, and you know what I mean. It's
Yeah.
just like the consistency of how Jack does it,
Yeah.
and I've got Jack, one of my best pals. He smashes it on there, so it's like,
yeah.
but it's just I need
But
to.
Jirrove, from like your point of view, obviously you're helping people
Yeah,
grow.
bro, you're the best person
advice,
to talk to.
What advice would you give to
Give
someone
me,
who,
yeah,
like
Yeah,
someone like
okay.
George?
yeah.
So, number one, we would not be in this room if it wasn't for storytelling.
Mm.
Storytelling is so powerful. That's how we connected yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, I asked you from the first round of this podcast, why did you invite me to a podcast after we've spoken for like half an hour?
Mm.
You said, because of my story.
Yeah.
And throughout humanity, stories have pretty much helped with human development. Look at religions, right?
Mm.
Look at history books. I mean, it's
Mm.
all like storytelling.
yeah.
And I would say for you right now, everyone has a unique life. Document it
yeah,
and just put it out there.
yeah.
And the thing is, you need to ask yourself, okay, what kind of brand do you want to build? Do you want
Mm.
what do you want to be known for?
Yeah,
I'm curious.
Yeah.
What do you actually want to be known for?
bro. Couldn't tell you. Like, there's
Yeah.
there's so many different things. It's like,
Yeah.
obviously, the main thing whole growing up has been football.
Football. Yeah.
It's like that's
But
always.
personal brand. At the end of the day, it's you.
It's
Yeah.
just you.
But and then it's
You know what I
like
mean? So you don't
me and
really
Jack have had
need-
these conversations, right? I've sometimes filmed some videos, like, because I have interactions like as I'm going around, and I just like my perspective on things. Like some people, I just feel like they're robots or like things like that. Yeah, I'll make a video, but then it's like I'll think, right, I don't really want to post that type of stuff because it's like going against what I want to do. You know what I mean? It's like so it's like I'm at that point now. It's like, do I want to go that way or that way? Because as much as like Jack says to me, like, bro, you can talk, you're funny. It's like but and then do I want to
But like,
go down that route
yeah.
because I don't want to do,
Mm.
you know what I mean? So it's like I'm at that stage really. So what you just said there, like asking me, what do I want to become, like be seen as? Don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right
from-
now, couldn't tell.
From what I'm thinking,
Mainly, it's always been football, but
yeah, football, but then like kick a ball and just like make it funny.
yeah.
Like that's how I
Yeah.
didn't blow up that way.
Mic'd up football.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally mic'd up.
Yeah.
5-a-side. I'll just mic you up for 5-a-side one day.
Oh my god,
Just
that's
hear
a
you
good
tearing up.
Damn.
Yeah,
we
when I
need to run
play-
up football. I want to play.
Boys,
Yeah,
boys,
let's run that up.
Boys,
Let's
when I
run up
play
a football
football,
game.
I love I don't know, I'm the worst.
you like Joey
wind
Barton?
up. I wind
Oh
up
yeah,
everyone.
we
Yeah,
train at
I ain't that good, so I'm all about psychological play. I was called the best
Yeah.
player. I was like, you kind of bad, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even play football, you know what I mean? That good of a
yeah,
job.
yeah,
we train at a place called FSCR, and the other day we was
3
all
times a
playing-
week in the morning.
3 times a week, yeah. And obviously we do 5-a-side at the end, and obviously George's team lost the other day, but because George wasn't the worst, but because George just gives it the whole time, everyone voted him as the worst trainer.
So with the worst trainer votes at the
and
end,
then you got
right?
to sing at the end.
Yeah, you got to sing at the end, but it's like that. Yeah, bro, that's a good shout. We should mic up at FSCR, but like we're the youngest two there. We're training with a load of pros like have been at Arsenal for years and things like that. Just free agents that are in and around League Two to Championship, and it's like, but me and Jack are involved, and we're like, we know we should be there. We know that's our value, and it's like exactly what you just said. Like it's we could have started training there, and gone in and thought, oh my god, that's that guy who played for this team and was on playing there, and have a terrible session because you're thinking, oh well, he's better than me. We went there thinking, I don't know none of these. And now it's like we're all together, and it's so like mentally, yeah, exactly what you were saying earlier. Mentally, like deceiving, like it's so true.
Yeah, so we run up 5-a-side.
Yeah,
Definitely.
100%.
100%.
100%.
Let's get everyone
Lots of
down.
flavour,
Let's
yeah.
get everyone
That
down.
was
I got a new question actually. Who's like your role model? Who do you want to be?
I'm on.
Go on,
I'm
Aman.
waffling quite a lot.
Go
Oh,
on.
role model.
Who's your role?
Who's your role
besides
model?
me? No,
Besi-
joking. I
Yeah.
After following him to the bathroom. Wait, was that on this one?
No, that was on.
Yeah,
Oh, that was
the last one.
Yeah.
Tell
Go
us
on, so say that. Go on.
All right,
Tell them how
did
you
we-
met.
How
Yeah,
did
how
we
you
meet?
met.
How we met.
So,
Okay.
me
you
and
go first.
Temi, his mentor, hosted an event,
Yeah.
and it was a mastermind. So we had a day where we played basketball, went for steak, had cigars. It was a 2-day event, and it was last year in June. And yeah, tell him what your scheme was. I didn't
Yeah.
even know you were scheming. Like
No
this
one ever
guy
knows
was
I'm
doing
scheming.
some dark tactics. No, I'm joking.
It wasn't that dark. It wasn't
No,
that
I'm
dark.
playing,
But
I'm playing.
I think for me, I was in a position where I wanted to grow.
Mm.
And the biggest way I could grow is who was the most highest leverage person or people there that I needed to connect with.
Mm.
And I just put myself in the position where I had that opportunity to connect with them. So Jirrove came, he was like, oh, I need to go change my basketball shots and go to the bathroom. I was like, damn, I need to piss as well, guys.
Yeah.
Uh,
So you get him one to pick his brains.
Yeah,
so
it's when
as,
once
as
I
you
was
were
taking
just
a piss.
there,
Yeah,
the
like-
other one was there.
Yeah.
just, yeah,
Yeah, it's like, yo, it's
yeah,
like-
yeah,
Like, you're not XYZ, right? And he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, how do you know him? I was like, yeah, plant my seed.
Yeah.
And I always plant my seed. You know, if you notice, even here,
Yeah.
I'll admit, even when we went for dinner, went for steak, there was 2 tables. One was full of guys that I already knew, and then one was you,
And Mahiz, that was
Prezi,
it.
and Mahiz. I think even Isaac came through. a
They
bit.
came later,
Isaac,
but yeah.
Piotr. These are all guys I didn't know well, but I knew would be high leverageable.
Mm.
So whilst all the guys I knew went to one table, I waited, took a step back, sat on that table with everyone I
that's
didn't know.
good. That's
Yeah.
good,
And I think that's when I just always think about the highest leverage thing I can do that can
Mm.
push me ahead. And this is why most guys who do appointment setting sales just be stuck.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I don't know many of the guys that end up making it, like a
Yeah,
few of us who
yeah.
go to that next
Yeah,
stage.
Yeah,
yeah.
even when I was being filmed in the Uber, like you sat next to me and I was like, oh yeah, let me get him in
Yeah, and it's
the
like
vlog. It's like
it's on
I'm so
purpose.
proud to see your journey
Yeah.
because when you were at my event back then, you were like doing what 5K a month, and then now you're doing 20, 30K a month. Like super proud of you, bro. So
Appreciate that.
I know, bro.
good stuff, good stuff.
Yeah,
Fast boys.
And I've got one more last question for you too. What's your why?
Mm.
What is your why? I know, kind of touched on it, but yeah.
Wait, wasn't there a question before? that?
role model. Yeah.
Role model.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shoot!
Before I
Yeah.
did-
Oh, who's your role
Yeah,
model?
we interrupted.
Yeah,
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 my
it's all
bad.
good. It's all
Go
good.
on.
It's all, nah, it's all
like
good.
I think I don't really have many entrepreneurial role models, but if I had to go to one, it'd be someone like Andrew Huberman. I like people that are known for their knowledge rather than what they've done for people.
Mm.
So
I
when
got a clue who he is. Can you explain?
Andrew Huberman is a neuroscientist, he has a podcast. He's someone
Oh.
he is a professor at not Russell Group, like
Yeah.
Ivy League universities in America.
Mm.
Very high regard neuroscientist. He just helps people basically dial in their life through science.
Mm.
And it's someone who's very highly regarded due to how intelligent he is and the knowledge he has.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
I think be able to be someone like that and be able to leverage into multiple spaces, entrepreneurship, athletes. So many people hold him in such a high regard just based on his knowledge, and the effect he has on the world is just something that
Yeah.
I kind of aspire to be. Someone who's known for his knowledge rather than someone who's
You're really
known
into
for
the neuro
Yeah.
sort of
He's
stuff.
a proper
Yeah,
science
I've got
guy.
that. You're a proper science guy,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah,
that's it. No, that's
Yeah.
wicked, man.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Go on, Jared.
So overall, my role models are my parents because we come from nothing. They sacrificed everything to come to the UK, and I have always had the mission to give back to them. That's like a big driving force as to what I do, which kind of answers the next question, which is what is my why.
Mm.
But in terms of the entrepreneurship space, I would have two role models. Number one, Serge Guattari, who was actually my first client.
Yeah.
Shout out to Serge. He really instilled the beliefs in me that you owe it to yourself to be great.
Yeah.
And that's a quote that he always says.
Mm.
And it's true because we're only on this life for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And you want to be able to maximize what
Yeah.
you do in life. So
Mm.
I'm grateful that I was able to have him as my first client and really help him grow. And as a byproduct of helping him grow, I also grew. And that was when I had my big breakthrough after working with him because I scaled through referrals. And the second role model who actually started everything for me was Iman Gadji. And the fact that I've been able to even do some work for his community and also meet him in person is great. And he's inspired me a lot, not just because of him being super successful and, like he looks cool, but the way in which he, has so much impact on so many entrepreneurs, like loads of entrepreneurs have started
Yeah.
because of Iman.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just really got inspired from the beginning and going down that route. Because the funny thing is, the way in which I got into entrepreneurship was during the pandemic. I was in my final year, in between my second and final year of economics, and I'd finished my exams. I was continuously playing Fortnite and Warzone. This was in 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would play until like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. until the birds start chirping.
Mm.
And one day, it was like in summer 2020, after playing with my friends, I was like, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
Right? Like there's more to life than just playing
Yeah.
games and doing this stuff. So that's when I told myself, you know what, I'm going to rekindle my love for content creation. My first ever YouTube video to this day has like over 100K views. And I sounded like a little girl. I was 10, teaching people how to record their screen when they play Minecraft, right?
Oh,
So-
Gotta start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere. So then
start.
yeah.
that whole period, I was searching, okay, how to become a YouTuber. I started watching Ali Abdaal, got to meet him as well and thank him
yeah.
in person.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I was watching his videos and I got hit by this guy's ad continuously, like for a 2-week period. This guy was traveling the world. He had like beautiful women around him. He was
Yeah.
staying in luxury villas. And I was like, oh, this guy's a scammer. He's just a course seller.
Mm.
Then the 20th time I decided to watch it, and it was Iman Gadji. He started talking about social media marketing as an agency model. And then I was like, you know what? Let me check this guy's YouTube. Checked it out. And then I was like, oh, social media. I love social media. Whilst I was at uni, I built a following from posting content around my life in London.
Mm.
And that's how I got into the entrepreneurship space. So
Awesome.
yeah, I went on a little bit of a tangent, but it just
Awesome.
goes to show,
Nice.
like, if you have a personal brand,
Mm.
it just
Mm.
leads you to so many different rabbit
I
holes.
know.
And
I
if it
know.
wasn't for me being curious and seeing Iman's personal brand
Yeah.
and like going down and consuming his content,
Mm.
I would not be where I am.
I know.
right now.
Personal
Mm.
brands. man.
Personal
I've-
brand is big.
even with football. Like,
Yeah.
I've met some
Yeah.
amazing guys with
Yeah.
football now.
Well, look at Lou. We had on the other
Yeah,
week.
Louis.
Lou's like we had him on 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I met him through my personal brand. Like that's the football
He's
side.
doing well on TikTok.
Jeremy Lynch.
He
Oh,
goes
you
with
met?
Jeremy Lynch.
Yeah, record.
Them two are like they record together.
Yeah.
Solid.
He's got like 900k
We
on
want
TikTok.
to get him on, Jeremy.
Yeah.
You're watching this.
But he,
Go on, Jazza.
Go
but
on,
yeah,
Jez.
Lou smashes it. Like, and his personal brand is just through like little clips on TikTok from just football challenges and
Now
stuff.
he works for the Prem.
Now he's
so-
working for the Prem.
wow.
Interviews like
How old is he?
21.
22?
I don't know, 23.
No,
I don't know.
22, 23, something like that.
Something like that,
Nice.
yeah.
But like, yeah, like he's exactly that. Personal brand is so
Pers-
key.
yeah.
He was saying exactly that the other week.
Yeah, number one.
It is, man.
Number one.
It is.
But
But
look,
that's-
well, I say we wrap it up there.
yeah.
And oh, go on. Oh, wait,
The
role
why.
model. Oh, the why.
The
We haven't
why.
done the why.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Why?
forgot.
All right, never mind. Never mind.
I've been
Not
listening
yet.
to
What's the
Jirrove
why?
so much I
Yeah,
forget.
Sorry, I've been speaking quite a lot.
No, it was a
No,
good
it's so
story.
good.
It was a good
Yeah.
story.
Well,
Go
what's
on.
your why,
why?
bro?
What was your why?
My why is difficult. I think so. Growing up, I always wanted to be a neurosurgeon. Like it was my biggest thing. I wanted to just change lives, but I realized at some point, I've never actually told this story. My auntie has MS, multiple sclerosis. It's
Ooh.
Okay.
basically if you
Yeah,
don't
I
know
sort
what
of
it
know
is,
about
it's like
MS.
it's like your body slowly degrades. Like you start losing function and everything.
Oh, really?
And she was like, when I brought up I want to be a neurosurgeon, she was like, oh, that means you can fix me. Like, and I was like 5, 6, 7, and hearing that as a kid, I was like, there's probably multiple people out there that can say the same thing. I can't fix everyone on an individual basis, especially just being a surgeon.
Mm.
A surgeon will fix a problem when it comes up.
Mm.
I want to fix problems before they ever arise and make sure they never come back again.
Mm.
So from that,
Wow.
I realized like the
That's
best
what
way
you
to
wanna
do
do.
that is by having a lot of money. I looked into different technology, and then I realized things about nanotechnology
Mm.
and the growth it's having, and starting that type of that medical nanotechnology of like being able to use different sides of robotics to
Mm.
basically cure so many different diseases out
Yeah.
there.
So
You know,
your end goal is sort of like, even though you're doing this stuff now, like the social media and
yeah.
the managing and setting stuff like that, your end goal is actually to use that money to go
into
and do.
something deeper. Yeah.
Yeah, fair
That's
play, bro.
awesome.
I
would say,
respect it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The online
same.
space can only make you a few million. That's just
Yeah.
to me, even that's just still limited. You know,
Mm.
I see what I can actually do to make a real change. I'm not making at the end of the day, I'm making guys a bunch of money.
Mm.
Maybe I'm making a little bit myself, but what real change am I making yet? Nothing. So let's just see what
Yeah.
Yeah.
money can let you do that, and that's the whole reason I'm trying to make
Mm.
more and more
Yeah,
of it.
yeah. That's amazing.
Awesome.
I actually wanted to ask you guys 2 questions.
Go on.
Number
Go
1, what is your why? And
Mm.
number 2, out of spending, some time with myself and Aman, learning about sales and personal branding, what are you going to implement moving forward? Because obviously we're just going to continue developing our
Yeah.
friendship over
Mm.
time.
Yeah.
I'd be more than happy. We're going to help you along the way. And I actually genuinely really rate you both for starting this podcast. It's not easy,
Thank you, bro.
especially the fact that you guys come from a football background and there have been some hurdles that
Mm.
have happened for both of your journeys.
Yeah.
I still hope you guys make it pro. But the fact that you guys are grinding and hustling and you know the value of content and overall just personal branding, like you got to give yourselves a pat on the back and you guys are going to go incredibly far.
Thank
So I
you.
just
bro.
wanted to give you guys some props.
Appreciate that, man.
Appreciate it.
You want to go first?
Yeah, so I mean, we actually touched on it yesterday. My why is, I mean, for me, it's just more just looking after my family.
Mm.
Like just seeing my dad do what he does each day, sort of thing. It's like I'm not in a bad place. Don't get me wrong, right? But it's like I just don't want them to worry anymore. It's just like take the stress off their back, sort of thing. Be able to provide for basically my whole family, and so so there's like no stress. That's my main thing.
Mm.
My family can enjoy just life, I'd say, right? And also for myself as well, health and fitness. And because of my story as well with football, injuries, like depression sort of thing, with all of that, all those hard times, like it's been like trying to help people as well. Like that's kind of why I got into the fitness coaching. I kind of just gradually got into it anyway, because I was already posting it like 2-3 years ago on my social media. But over time, it's just like, now I'm actually making a real difference. I'm not just going out to everyone. It's like I'd say that's my why,
Mm.
right? Helping people through the hard times, especially if you're an athlete, right? That's probably my main audience because of where I've come from, and then family.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, my why is exactly the same on the family stuff. Like exactly that. Like
Mm.
my mum and dad, I just want them to live without having to think where's the next pound coming from, and even just little stresses that they've gave everything into bringing me up. So it's like I want to give back to them. But then the why I'm myself, it sort of comes from like a childhood trauma, like from being young, growing up. It's all stemmed from football. Ever
Yeah,
since
football's
from the age of 6 up until now, couldn't tell you guys the amount of times I've been told I'm not good enough, like, or I'm too small, or I'm too weak,
Yeah.
or I'm too this, and it is for me. to just keep going every single time, to pick myself back up. Like my dad always told me, you get up again, like you get knocked, you never stay down, like you get straight back up. And it's like to just one day get there and go, I'm glad I never did, like I never stopped. You know what I mean? I'm glad I never stayed down. That's sort of like my why. It's become not just football, like in like my life. Like I noticed it. Like I was having a conversation with my girlfriend the other day, and got quite deep, and it was just like, obviously,
just proven wrong.
yeah, exactly.
Proven wrong.
And I was like a couple of my mates made their debuts, right, and like on the like in the Premier League, and it's like, oh, like I feel unbelievable for them, right? I'm seeing boys on the bench that we played with. I'm seeing so many positive things come out of football, right? And I'm like so grateful and happy for them. My head isn't saying, oh, it should be me instead of them. My head's like, where did I go wrong? I should be there with them. You know what I mean? And it's like that's the sort of like barrier I'm hitting at the minute, mentally. And I was having a conversation with my girlfriend the other day, and it was like I was from the age of 6, Arsenal at the end said not good enough, Spurs not good. Every single one has been a reason, told me I'm not good enough, and every time I've got straight back up. And it's like I still haven't got to that point where I'm like, I've turned around, like someone's turned around and just said, you've done it, like you're good enough. You know what I mean? So it's like I want to get to that. Like that's a personal
keep
one.
pushing until you do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally,
good,
bro.
bro.
So, but yeah.
What was the other one again? You said
What was the
Oh
second?
yeah, so the second one. Well, first of all, I just wanted to say that appreciate you guys for sharing that, and you are definitely gonna continue going far with whatever it is you do, even if football doesn't work out. You guys will be printing loads from business anyway.
Yeah.
So
You're good enough to succeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you,
and I would say the second question was, after having the conversation with Aman and myself around personal branding and sales, what you've learned so far, what are you going to be implementing moving forward?
Well, one, what you just said when you asked me about, you was curious about what do I want to be, like what people want to know me for. I think I want to find that. Like you've made my brain tick there. I want to find that in myself now. Like what do I want to be known for?
Yep.
So definitely that, and just being more open to like, because you guys are very different to me, right? You've done university, you've studied so many things, and you know so much stuff in like this sales and business. I ain't got a clue, right? I was never good in school, none of that. So it's like, it's like I want to open up my mind to be and learn more. Exactly what you said, knowledge is free. So why not use it? That's what I'm gonna go away. That's what I've took away from this, 100%.
Said yesterday. I've already been doing it. Yesterday I was writing down notes on my phone, here and there. But obviously the content side, there's quite a few things. I think mine's not really. There's a lot of stuff. There's a few things I can do right now, but it's more like what I got to do now for long term. Like you've given me like that picture. You know what I mean? Just being around you guys, you're obviously a few steps ahead of me, or
This has got deep,
more than
bro.
a few. But it's like, it's good. I think it's more just just open. It's like as you said before, a man said as well. Like it's just being around people who in front of you and they can kind of guide you along the way. If that makes sense, and it's just good to have you guys round to give you that guidance and show you what is possible.
100%.
So I mean, for me, it's more just what you guys have given me in the last like day. I haven't even met you for. I haven't even known you for a
the
day
last
yet.
2
Yeah, I
hours.
know, that's crazy.
Is purely just the vision. Like it's expanding my vision more because obviously I love my parents and stuff, but it's very much it's work. You know what I mean? If I speak to them about business, then it's quite hard for them to understand. But if I speak to you guys or I speak to someone else about it, they're very understanding.
You got to remember, our like parents grew up in a different generation. They did like the social media content stuff like this wasn't around, so it's like to them it's like alien. You know what I mean? So it's hard to go
It's
through.
fair enough though.
Yeah, of
It's fair
course.
enough,
They don't know no different.
Yeah.
But yeah, boys, you two, honestly, like when you walked through the door, I was like, I'm excited to see what this is going to be. I was like, I'm excited to see what this podcast is going to be because, I mean, every time, most people we've had on here, we've only had one other.
It's normally athletes.
Yeah, we've had mainly athletes. We've had one or two business FSCR. And,
FSCR.
And multi-sports.
Multi-sports.
Yeah, for multi-sports for all, and the two businesses,
Wow.
and it's still sport related. Like
Yeah.
they're still all
Yeah, it's all
sport related. So this is the first time we've had someone on here speaking about nothing to do with football or sport. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's good.
Very
I've
grateful.
enjoyed it,
Yeah.
boys, and I'm
Yeah,
grateful for you
appreciate
to
you guys
come on.
having us.
You-
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys
Thanks for
coming
the
on.
invite. and
Yeah.
We're honoured to be the first business guests on the
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
First
And I
of
mean,
many.
look, go on, plug your
Yeah.
Instagram. Tell everyone
Plug
Yeah.
all your stuff,
where we
guys.
can find you.
Yeah.
Jirrove, the only Jirrove in the world. Google it. It's JIRROVE. Everywhere.
Go on,
My
man.
Instagram's AMXN110.
Sheesh.
You need a setters manager. See you, guy.
There you go. If you need
Any help with
help,
sales, let me know.
let him know. Let
So,
him know.
Thank you for coming on. And
Yeah.
yeah, on
Thanks
to
very
the
much,
next.
gents.
See you later, everyone.
Sweet.